Okay. And I wanted to welcome you to the Disaster Preparedness Workshop. And as you can see, I'm in my security uniform because I got to rush and go to work after here. Okay, so I would have dressed a little more casually, maybe a little fly guy stuff, but you know,
Do what you gotta do.
I gotta, feed the meter. But Baltimore City CERT, huh?
You should have parked right here. Feed the meter, I thought you had.
Oh, no,
The
no.
meter. Oh.
Baltimore City
Sorry.
CERT has been out since, I don't know when. I've been with them since 2011. Baltimore City CERT is actually a civilian training for those who in the communities want to get involved in like a short course on first responder. And the whole purpose is for our communities to learn disaster preparedness even before something happens, and to keep us aware. So we won't have to wait for EMT or the EMS to come. There's certain things that we can do prior to first responder. And the whole purpose, I got it on slideshow, but the whole purpose of CERT, it came out in 1985. And apparently there were earthquakes in Mexico and California, and the civilians were literally working to get people dug out, and first responders were on the scene, but civilians were helping. However, civilians end up getting hurt. And what has happened is that because they were not trained in search and rescue and other disaster preparedness, setting up a command center and triaging, a lot of them got injured. So Citizen Corps under George Bush Jr. or Sr. Established CERT, and it means Community Emergency Response Team or Training. There's a CERT in every state. Every state has a CERT. It came out of California, and I'm from New York originally. I've been here since 1997. And when I got down here, I was trying to find my way. I was, I'm eccentric. I said, let me find, what can I do? I went to open mic poetry, all these other places. So my sister, Adrienne, introduced me to CERT. And we had a training right there on Route 40, the Fire Academy, right there, Route 40. And after that, I was like, okay, I realized that this is something that hits everybody. It's not a white thing, a Latino thing, an Asian thing, a black thing. It's not a Democrat, Republican, independent, liberal, because when a disaster happens, it affects everybody in the community. So I said, this is me. This is coming from New York, multicultural. This is my niche. And I've been with it ever since. Being in Baltimore City, I went through a lot of trying to pull teeth to get people to, see that this is something very important and very vital, that why do we have to wait on government, state or local, to handle something in our own communities? To handle situations that may be like an anomaly that you normally don't see in your community. Well, part of CERT is not just disaster and floods and everything. It's also looking in your community, and if you see an abandoned building and you see that the structural integrity seems to be like cracking, well, somebody needs to call 311 before a disaster happens. A young mother who, inexperienced, her baby's crying, profusely, just little bit. She doesn't realize the baby has digestive issues, constipation, because you're giving the baby milk. You're not giving the baby water. You know, old school, you know, water before milk. That's a disaster because she can't really fine tune, you know, what's wrong with my baby. Even with youth violence, even with a lot of the carjackings, and it may not be related to flood or fire, but to certain people, their car not being in its parking space is a disaster. How do you handle that? Well, in CERT, you have something called disaster psychology. How do you handle, you know, someone losing a loved one, you know, a dog, a vehicle, property? It's like I've been violated. How do you talk and console that person? So we may not, years ago, I guess disaster would be natural disasters, but there are disasters that happen within, you know, our communities. And the purpose of CERT is to, you get the training, because this right here is an overview of the actual training. The actual training, this is a certificate from Baltimore City. After you go and get the training, you get a certificate that you went through the basic training. It's free. Free. And so once you get that, then you go in your community, you get 5 more people, you know, or 2 or 3 or more, and then everybody else gets the training. Well, isn't that how multi-level marketing, remember network marketing, the pyramid, no-need juice, prepaid legal, 5 links, ACN, remember how all that went down? You come in, you buy into it, you get 5 other people. Well, this is free, and it's based on saving lives, you know, and if you get 5 people on your block, that means 5 people will be alert or have some prior training or download of if something happens on your block, they're on point. Now just imagine those 5 people bringing in 5 people each. So my purpose here today is to bring to the community something that can go back, because I'm going to have another one, something to go back to the community, and I'm looking for teams. Once a month, looking for teams of people. Those that want to take the actual test, it's online, and then the other part is in person. But the whole purpose is get the training, get the certificate, get others, and then you become the team leader for your team. And if you're team leader for your team, and you're team leader for your team, once you get teams, then periodically, once a month, we can have our own preparedness, simulation, all these things. And Baltimore City has different simulation. There was a M&T simulation that they had like last month, a month and a half ago. They had a disaster simulation at M&T Bank. Nobody heard about it. Why? Once you get into CERT, you can get emails of stuff like this happening. So I want to play this video real quick. And what's the one? The laptop was over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and go further. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. Are you from Baltimore City, Baltimore County?
Right here.
Okay.
Right across the
You're
street.
like Mr. Rogers. You're in the
Right down
neighborhood.
there.
We both
Okay.
came from Baltimore, though. No
Amen. Amen. So I'm going to play this, and I'll be right back.
Emergency Response Team. The CERT program educates people about disaster preparedness and trains them in basic emergency response skills, such as home and fire suppression safety, light search and rescue, life-saving emergency medical operations, and team organization skills. Training to accomplish the greatest good for the greatest number. When a major disaster happens, it will overwhelm local emergency response capability. CERT members can apply essential first response training learned in the classroom and from real-life exercises to give critical support to family, neighbors, and our community until help arrives.
I signed up because I know that eventually there will be a disaster in our area. It's inevitable, and we might as well be prepared.
This is a great opportunity, and I can't say enough good things about the training that I received. And the people that were training us, they're excellent, they know their job, and we learn a lot of good things from them.
Turning on your gas, turning off your gas, turn off the electricity, or stop your water supply in case of an emergency. All those little things that you might not think would be that difficult. You have a chance to do them firsthand and leave knowing and feeling more confident that you'll be able to handle that even just for your own household.
It's going to help. The CERT program is a very good idea, and I believe more people are going to get involved. I think we've just seen the first swell of many.
Oh, I highly recommend that anyone who possibly can to take the training. If several people in every neighborhood has had the training when a disaster comes, those few people can pull other people together and help them help each other in their neighborhoods. I think it would be good for church groups, for clubs, for other organizations to work together at recruiting other people to come in to get the training for CERT.
Communities are susceptible to many types of disasters. Some, such as floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, and hurricanes, are natural, while others, such as nuclear power plant disasters and hazardous materials emergencies, are man-made. Some parts of the country will experience disasters that others will never see, like mudslides, winter storms, and volcanoes, while others, like flooding or windstorms, can strike most anywhere. When disaster strikes, emergency services personnel will respond immediately. We count on their training and equipment to handle these situations. However, depending on the impact, emergency responders may not be able to quickly get to everyone who needs help. That's where community emergency response teams come in. CERTs are trained to search for and rescue people who might be trapped, to provide basic medical assistance, to put out small fires, and to handle other small incidents before more injuries or damage occur. By using the skills and knowledge they learned in training, CERT members in a neighborhood, workplace, school, or other location can work as a team to help themselves and others until professional help arrives. That's what CERT is all about, making a difference when it is needed the most. We call it doing the greatest good for the greatest number.
Okay. Wow. That was a storm, huh?
Oh, it's scary too.
Yeah, it sure was. Honey, would you check the lights?
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
I'm scared.
I know, honey. It's gonna be all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the winds have died down. I'm gonna check the house out, make sure everything's okay, then I gotta get my CERT stuff and go meet the team. You guys know where your go kits are? All right. We're gonna get those, we're gonna meet out front, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, sweetie. A lot of shingles are down, a lot of big tree limbs, but other than that, I think we were lucky. House looks okay, it looks safe. Obviously, the power's out, and I checked the phones, the dial tone's out too, so wires are down somewhere. Got yourself?
Yep, got it.
And?
Got 3 bars. I'll call my sister.
Why do you call me Kathy?
Because she's our out-of-state contact, so anytime anything happens here, we call her to let her know we're okay. And anytime anything happens there, she calls us.
Okay, makes sense.
Well, the house is safe, so we can go back in, okay? I'm gonna get my CERT key and meet the rest of the team. Hey, listen, I don't know where those wires are down, so I want you guys to stay inside. I don't want anyone to get hurt, okay?
Okay, Daddy.
Hey, Joe.
Oh, hey, Forrest, how are you?
All right.
Good.
How's everybody at your place?
We're all right. Shaking up a little bit. It's a mess,
Yeah.
but we're okay. We were lucky. You okay?
Yeah, we're all right.